Hey everyone, Chad Hasty here, host of the Chad Hasty Show, which airs weekday mornings 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 a.m. KFYO. Well, of course, the big topic nationally has to deal with the repeal and replacement of Obamacare. House leadership last night rolling out their plan to repeal and replace Obamacare. And depending on where you stand, it's either Obamacare Light, Obamacare 2.0, or it's a great thing. Let's move on with it. President Donald Trump, as of right now, is still on board with this plan. He says, hey, let's do this. This is a beautiful bill. We've got to make this happen. The voters have been waiting on us to make this happen. Speaker Paul Ryan says, hey, guys, Republicans, voters have been waiting for us to pass a replacement for Obamacare. We've got to make this happen. A lot of other Republican lawmakers saying we've got to make this happen. On the flip side, though, you have the House Freedom Caucus. They're at war with this, saying, no, we don't think this is a good idea at all. It's not conservative enough. We need to fully repeal Obamacare, and then we'll talk about replacing Obamacare maybe at some point. But we've got to repeal Obamacare. This bill doesn't go far enough, mainly because of the refundable tax credits and some other taxes that remain in this in Medicaid issues as well. There are also some more moderate Republicans whose states expanded Medicaid, and guess what? They want that money to continue flowing in the years to continue, so they're upset about this. And then you have Republicans who are in the House who say we've got to do something, otherwise there's going to be a bloodbath in 2018 at the polls, and Republican voters will not be happy with those of us who are sitting in Washington, D.C. A lot of us might get primaried if we don't fulfill our promise and repeal and replace Obamacare. In the Senate, there are also a handful of conservative senators that are against this. The most prominent one right now being Senator Rand Paul, who says that this is just Obamacare 2.0. It's Obamacare Light. So here's the problem for Republicans. Here's the problem for House leadership. And here's the problem for President Trump. They've got a lot of convincing to go. Now, in order for this to pass, Donald Trump, the President of the United States, the great negotiator, the greatest negotiator that there's ever been, he's got to come through. If he really believes in this bill, he's got to be able to sell it not only to Republican lawmakers, but also to Republican voters. And, oh, yeah, he's got to still sell it to Democrats. Let's not forget about that, because you may have to have some Democratic support if enough Republicans flee in the Senate. So there's a lot of selling that has to be done. There is going to be a battle over the next 48 hours or so to control the narrative on the GOP replacement plan. And right now, Republicans are not doing a good job at rolling out their plan. I can see where they maybe are screwing this up. They only had 6 years to come up with something. So maybe they are caught off guard just a little bit. But this is going to be important to watch. And I talked about this on the show. Our conservative lawmakers, if the president does stand behind this bill and continues to stand behind this bill of repealing Obamacare, and I think, right now he will, because this is a president who has not talked about before getting government completely out of healthcare. This is a president who has said, we want to take care of everybody. We're going to make sure that everybody is covered. We want to take care of everyone. I don't want people dying in the streets. So if this bill is the thing that he supports, our conservative lawmakers, are they ready to go to battle against President Trump? And where do voters fall in? Do voters go towards Donald Trump because he's getting something done? Or do they look at people like Rand Paul and Mike Lee and maybe even a Ted Cruz and those in the House Freedom Caucus and go, hey, you're standing up for conservatism, go you, we'll wait on every Obamacare replacement. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a big fight to see how this plays out. And there's going to be a lot of gambling going on from lawmakers. I want to know what you think, though, especially Republican voters. Let me know below in the comment section what you think about the House GOP plan to repeal Obamacare. Let me know your thoughts below. Follow me on Twitter, Chat HD Radio. Have a great day, and we'll talk later on.